Today we'll be talking about the facial bones. There are 14 facial bones in total. So we'll start first with the vomer, which is located right here. And underneath here, this would be the vomer as well. The palatine bone would be located right here. The inferior nasal concha are these two right here inside the nasal septum. The nasal bones are here. There are two nasal bones. The mandible right here has been detached from the skull. We have condylar process. You can also call it the mandibular condyle. And then we have the coronoid process. The way I remember these two is I think candy for condylar and corn for coronoid. So candy corn. We have the alveolar processes, which form the sockets of the teeth. We have the mental foramen, and then the mandibular foramen. The upper jaw is the maxilla. This is the infraorbital foramen. These are the alveolar processes of the maxilla. And then underneath, this would be the palatine process of the maxilla, which articulates with the palatine bone. This very small bone is the lacrimal bone, in which you'll find the lacrimal fossa or the lacrimal sac, or otherwise known as the nasal lacrimal canal. The cheekbone is the zygomatic bone, and we have the temporal process of the zygomatic bone, which articulates with the zygomatic process of the temporal bone to form the zygomatic arch. Although not part of the facial bones, we are going to include it here. This is the hyoid bone. This bone is not part of the skull, but lies just inferior to the mandible in the anterior neck. These would be the lesser horns, and these would be the greater horns of the hyoid bone.